Oh God. Why did I run all the way down here? I have a car. This was a stupid, stupid idea. All right, where the hell would it be? Really? Okay. Better find a place more quiet. Oh my God. That was harder than I thought it would be. It's just a bunch of numbers. It's just a bunch of fucking numbers. 3, 5, 13, 5, 20, 5, 18, 25. Am I being fucked with? Am I being fucked with somebody? Oh no, maybe it means something. What do we have for 2003? Oh, thank God.
3, 2, 1.
Got a blast!
I gave a mention to my favorite Nick shows, but never have given it a proper episode review. Guess it's time to change that because it really is one of my favorite shows to ever air on Nickelodeon. It was creative, funny, and yeah, the animation isn't great. It was early TV CGI, but for early TV CGI, it was stylized enough that I think it made it work.
So let's take a look at the season 2 episode, Nightmare in Retroville.
We begin with Goddard carving the jack-o'-lantern. Well, it's already lit.
Come on, Goddard. Safety first, boy.
The boys are trying to decide what they want to be for Halloween, with Carl, of course, wanting to be a llama boy.
Plus, Llama Boy's not scary. He's just creepy. You're supposed to be scary on Halloween.
Let me guess, you're gonna be Ultra Lord for the 12th time in a fucking row? Well, no, he outgrew his costume. Jamie believes they're too old for trick-or-treating.
You know, still dressing up in costumes.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's actually the dressing up that he thinks they're too old for. You know, the one thing about Halloween that never gets old. We then get a shot of this old movie with the admittedly kinda terrifying monster.
If there's one thing I've learned watching kid shows over the years, you want to scare children, just switch up the animation styles.
Hey, my favorite monster movie is on. Octopus Man. He's got 8 arms. Do you want to watch with me? It's the 3.5-hour director's cut with the alternate ending where he grows a 9th arm.
Then wouldn't he be a nanopus?
I wanted to be Octopus Man for Halloween when I was a lad, but Mother wouldn't buy me the costume. Said it was too scary for a 16-year-old.
I love Hugh. There's a reason he's a meme. He's just so damn funny.
Jimmy decides not to go trick-or-treating, but says he'll turn Sheen and Carl into really scary monsters in exchange for half their candy. One Halloween transition later, we are in the lab where he introduces his new invention, the Neutronic Monster Maker.
Simply select a monster, step under the cone of creation, and it'll realign your molecules to make you look like that monster.
I'm sorry, can we go back? Was that Satan? You can literally turn people into the devil?
Sheen chooses to be a werewolf, but Carl's having trouble.
The Blob?
Too blobby.
The Phantom of the Opera?
Too opera-y.
Frankenstein?
It's Frankenstein's monster boy genius. He chooses Dracula and transforms them.
Awesome! You sure you don't don't want to be a monster, Jimmy?
No thanks. I'll just enjoy the fruits of your labor.
Jimmy's a pure capitalist. You can tell by the fact that he uses words like shan't.
I believe this is going to be a Halloween we shan't ever forget!
Hugh somehow gets in the lab and finds the machine with Michael Jackson on it.
Well, it was 2003.
He ends up accidentally transforming himself into Frankenstein's monster.
Phew! This year, instead of candy, I'm giving out healthy snacks.
You fucking bitch.
Fire scares him off, which is weird. Yeah, as you can guess, the experiment will go wrong and they'll all actually turn into monsters. But it at least is taking a while with Sheen and Carl, who are doing pretty well in the candy department.
Oh, I used to love to dress up for Halloween. One year, I was a butterfly. Then I was an elf, a sprite, an ice skater. I was Peter Pan 6 times. Michelangelo's David, and I gotta tell you, that was chilly. Brr!
Now, you may think the idea of the principal going naked on Halloween is bad enough, but it's even worse when you realize he was 36 when he did it.
I don't like the candy I have to unwrap. I always cut myself on the shiny paper.
Don't we all?
Ow! See? I cut myself! I'm bleeding!
Oh, wow, that blood effect looks terrible.
Of course, Carl develops a taste for human blood. Wait, vampires don't have blood, right? Isn't that the whole reason they drink ours? Jimmy, your machine sucks. He turns into a... That's just great.
The monster maker must have mutated Carl's molecular structure on the subatomic level, altering his DNA.
Well, no fucking shit, isn't that what the machine is supposed to do? Sheen also transforms into a real werewolf, and Jimmy runs off to try and fix the problem. They look up info on vampires, but need some on werewolves.
Even a man who is pure at heart and says his prayers by night may become a wolf when the wolfbane blooms and the autumn moon is
Hi, Miss Fowl. How do you know about werewolves?
I was married to one.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You get the gist. Garlic, silver, really when you think about it, vampires and werewolves are pretty easy to defeat. Carl runs into Cindy, who is, I don't know, a goth chick?
I'm Muffy the Vampire Annihilator.
Okay.
He hypnotizes her and bites her. Meanwhile, Libby is stalked by Sheen.
Hey, Sheen. Cool costume. I'm a fashion model.
Lame. He attacks her, and, you know, I just realized we see two boys corner two girls in the middle of the night and attack them, and somehow this is still a comedy. Hugh finds Sam fiddling on the roof, but as soon as Judy shows up as the Bride of Frankenstein...
I need you at home to help me pass out fruit snacks.
Kill her, Hewenstein. Says right here, Code 4, Section 8, Article 3 of the U.S. Halloween Logbook states, anyone who hands out healthy snacks on Halloween may be killed by someone in either a Frankenstein costume or a fairy princess costume.
Ew! What are you doing? This isn't our rumba lesson night.
I wish I was married.
I know the feeling, Sam.
Jimmy finds Carl and a recently transformed Cindy, and while they try and bite him, Jimmy somehow has no gadgets on him. But thankfully, he's saved by Lucky Tony's House of Garlic, which sounds like a safe space for asexuals. But they come across Sheen and Libby.
Sheen must have bitten Libby.
Kinky.
Thankfully, they're saved by the Hi-Ho Silver Store. Guessing it's run by this guy. A fight begins between Carl, Sheen, Hugh, Cindy, and Libby.
This is pretty cool. But I have to change them all back to normal before they kill each other.
Jimmy, half of them are gonna be dead by injecting bleach within the next 5 years. At least here they go out with a little bit of dignity.
Jimmy sneaks off and Judy leaves to hand out snacks to scores of disappointed children, and the monsters all put their differences aside to rampage around town. And their first victims are Sam and Miss Fowl.
Quick, go get some angry villagers, some torches, garlic, some silver junk, and a beautiful red-haired woman named Tessie.
We don't need a beautiful red-haired woman named Tessie.
Speak for yourself.
God, I love this show.
Meanwhile, Jimmy transforms himself into a monster and arrives just in time to save the monsters who are being attacked by the townspeople. All 11 of them.
What is that?
It's horrible.
It's hideous. It's Jimmy?
No, it's Octopus Man!
Okay, I know that's supposed to be funny, but the idea of a giant octopus flying towards me is probably the scariest thing I've seen all month.
I've had it! Flying octopuses is where I draw the line, yeah. Run!
Jimmy transforms them all back. Unfortunately, there's no stopping the biggest monster of all.
Who's up for banana balls and prune puffs?
Absolutely disgusting monster. And the kids have no candy, but Jimmy comes up with an idea.
Trick or treat.
This episode is great.
The episode itself is just very, very funny with a great story that works with these characters. Carl and Sheen are great, Hugh's great, Jimmy might be a little dumb in the not realizing how his plan could easily go wrong, but that's really only a small nitpick I have. As a Halloween episode, it's one of the best of this month so far. Just the plot being about turning into monsters based on your costume is such a Halloween thing. It reminds me of the ending of Halloween Town 2. The entire episode takes place at night, there's some great atmosphere, and even the transitions get their little Halloween spin. I'll give the episode an 8 out of 10, the Halloween factor a 9. Jimmy Neutron is one of my favorite Nick shows, and this is one of the better Halloween episodes I've seen this month.
Well, these have to mean something. How does the back here look familiar? Well, anyway, what do we got for 2004? What the hell is a Tuttenstein?
I need meat!
Well, don't look at me. I'm a vegetarian.
I knew it! Carlos me $2. He thought you were a Republican.